We made it, y'all. We made it, y'all. I am so excited. You say hi. Jamari, you want to shout your ID out?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Instagram, Jamari Jones.
Okay. Awesome. Y'all want to shout y'all's out too?
I'm Crystal. I'm Nail Therapy HTX.
Okay.
Come on. He's thirsting my soul. There's a thirst in my soul. Tell me. Where else can I go?
Hey, girl.
Come on. I may cry.
At the very least, get through the first two sections. Aim, because you got to know your audience intent and message, and then the beginning part. If you have more time, feel free to do more, but at least get through those first two sections. Once the 5 minutes are up of solo time, and that time will be quiet so that everyone can really focus. But these first 5 minutes are solo filling out the first two sections.
I didn't come here to work.
The long days start to get shorter when you have the village behind you. The wins that we call the small wins, they feel bigger when you have people supporting you that understand and they get you. Hi, my name is Shatasia Marshall. I am from Brooklyn, New York. I am the proud CEO and creative director of Tasia's Touch of the Core, a premium balloon company, and also we curate event decor for unforgettable moments. My business revenue at the time was only $12,000. That's what I was bringing in. My revenue was low, not because I lacked ability, but because I lacked a plan. Black in Business helped me reshape my business goals and understand a clearer path. Less than 90 days later, my business revenue, I experienced more than 780% growth in business revenue. By the end of quarter one, I had already made $93,700. This was designed for our success.
I know. Look at her. Come on. But check us out. Who is this?
How we doing?
Who is this? Is this Ash on the mic?
How we doing in the building?
Girl. I ain't gonna lie.
I know.
I ain't gonna lie.
And there are the next one.
I know. Oh, wait, 1 second. Please. Right. 1 second. But you already know who it is. Where can they find you, girl? For those that who act like they don't know.
Yeah, I'm picking up, man. Google it.
Okay, that's all you gotta do. Baby, she in every Marshall. Girl, we talk about it. Where else?
I'm trying.
No, baby, you doing. You do. Okay, let them know. Hi, how are you? Good, how are you doing? Okay, y'all, we just wrapped up a long sit down, but now it's time to eat, okay? So we about to go enjoy ourselves at this Italiano restaurante, which I'm excited for. It's 25 degrees outside, I think, but Y'all stay tuned for more.
The light's red, but we're gonna go anyway. So let's go.
Okay, let's go. Really? What do you do? How can you help the people?
Medical family therapist.
Okay.
And I practice solely online. I'm licensed in 3 states.
Come on, 3
here in
states.
Oregon, or Washington, or New York. Find me online at www.planted/in/wellness.com.
Okay, I'm gonna make sure I drop the link below for y'all, okay?
Everybody, come on, put your hands out there. Make some noise. Pipe it up. Hold on, my sister. Hold on, my sister. Just look up. There's a master plan. There is a master plan in store for you. If you just let him go.
I'm Crystal. Nice to meet you. Okay.
I know, but we're always connected.
Yeah, we're both here.
Well, if I could get my bib connected together,
That thing was crashing.
Absolutely.
I still won't let me in.
Y'all have a good night.
Hopefully, once it settled down.
My bib connected.
Well, maybe tomorrow. I feel like it was some people that say,
No, I was trying to finish this drink. Is this yours too? You don't like it?
That drink
No?
is nasty.
I like it.
That's why I didn't drink all of mine. It kind of watered down after the ice.
Y'all must not be a Spritz person.
I never had a Spritz before.
Okay.
I want to try it because why not?
It's like,
Yes,
yeah, you go ahead.
yeah,
Okay.
everything is-
Thank you. We from Texas, so we get it. Yeah. We not used to this one
They have
over
the
here.
shuttles out there.
They do? Okay. Okay, come on, a little crunch. It got a little crunch to it.
How is it?
It's not bad.
Doing to me. Got me feeling all crazy inside. I'm feeling like I'm doing more than I've ever done for anyone's attention. Take notice of what's in front of you, cause did I mention you want to miss a good thing? And you'll never know how good it feels to have all of my affection. And you'll never get a chance to experience my loving, cause my loving feels like ooh.
Cheers, Queen. Congratulations. Yes, we did, child. Made it to the end.
And it feels like
Okay. Good morning. Did I lose some time? Okay, no. Good morning, y'all. It is graduation day. As you see, my birthday ain't hot now, but it is cold out here, okay? So we're about to get ready for breakfast, and it is bright and early, ready to go. Ain't no half stepping. So it's time to celebrate.
It's so tiny.
Because sitting with you at your tables are some of the most well-respected leaders at Goldman Sachs. They are bankers, investors, risk managers who all jumped at the opportunity to connect with you this morning. And to my Goldman Sachs colleagues, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to connect with our amazing Black in Business graduates. So for the next 30 minutes, get to know each other at your tables, and at 9 a.m. on the nose, we'll come back together and we'll do some best advice segments. So enjoy the conversations and get to know each other. Thank you.
When you're really true to who you are, and then knowing who your target market is and knowing what your niche is, if you just speak to that authentically, you're going to draw to you the people who are your people, and just keep showing up. So even, it doesn't have to be, sometimes we feel like we have to give like this long, drawn out, sometimes it's just like a quick phrase, or, but speak authentically to your brand. So knowing your brand story, right? Because you have a brand, but what's the story behind your brand? Why did you start? Why is it important to you? Why is it important to the people that you're serving? If you continue to just speak to those things, you'll start to develop the time.
Right. Yeah. Because I feel like I do it so much for my clients, but when it comes to me, I be like,
always.
Like, give me your money, I will make your life better.
Like, what's one of the communication skills that you feel they would need to grow their influence in today's market?
Yeah, I mean, I think I pick up on the point that we talked about before, and that's public speaking, and just being able to communicate, whether I say public speaking, but even just within a small group to a group of clients, a client. Just being very succinct in your message, and just going in before going in, just like knowing this is what I want to get across, and think about 3 top messages. And if you have an hour-long conversation and the only thing that's taken away from that conversation are those 3 points, or 2 of those 3 points, you've done a really good job. Because it's sort of just reinforcing what you're there to talk about. And sometimes, and circle back to it. You might say it at the beginning, you might sort of set out what you want to get across, but always kind of come back to it at the end and reinforce those points.
I want our leaders in the room to kind of briefly stand and give their best advice. We have amazing mic runners who are going to be walking very quickly table to table.
You guys are obviously taking a lot of risks starting these companies, and I was telling them that that's something I would never do. I'm one of these non-risk takers, and it's always amazing to talk to people who are willing to take the risk and go start a company, because it takes something special to do that. And so my guess is you already are doing the 3 things I'm going to mention, which I mentioned to the table as well. Because I think to be able to start a company and be an entrepreneur, you have to do these things. But I think for all my clients who I've dealt with, who started companies, a big part of it is kind of setting the right strategy and vision for the company and where you want to take it. Because obviously, it may be small today, but you may want to take it much bigger, and having a clear vision of where you want to take the business is going to be critical, especially if you're going to try to raise. If you try and bring other people to follow you, if you want to hire people into your organization, they want to know what that strategy and vision is for the company and where you want to take it, so they get bought in and want to join you. And if you're going to go talk to investors or lenders, they also want to know that. So having a very clear, articulated view of where you want to take the business over time, I think is super critical. I think that resilience is going to be important too, because a lot of people are not going to believe in you or in your story. And I've seen a lot of clients that kind of had people kind of, we talked about the idea about one of my clients tried to start a mortgage-related company in 2008, in the depths of the mortgage financial crisis. And you can imagine he had a lot of people laughing at him, saying what are you doing? And he went ahead and just persevered. He had a view and a vision and where he wanted to take the company. He knocked on a lot of doors, got laughed at, and had the door slammed in his face. But ultimately, he raised the money, and his company is now worth $6-7 billion. So he had the last laugh. But he had that perseverance. He was willing to have the door slammed. So I think just having that resilience throughout. And then I think that the last thing is kind of having, making sure, especially in the early days, you guys are small organizations, making sure you have people around you that you've handpicked, that have the right culture, that have that buy into your vision, but have the right culture. Because if you have 5 employees and one of them's a bad apple, it's just going to sink the organization. But if you have kind of that common culture, it's just going to help you propel your company much more easily through those tough moments. And I kind of think about Goldman, it's all about culture for Goldman Sachs, and we think that the reason we're so successful is we do have a lot of people that think the same way and kind of row in the same direction and kind of work well together. And as a team, we're going to win more often than as individuals. And so we have a very strong culture, and I think that is also usually a signature thing for smaller businesses, is kind of having the right set of people around you, who are on the same page with you and kind of willing to row in that direction.
My best advice to all of you is, remember that no one can take away what you've learned, right? That's absolutely yours 100%, and there's opportunity to continue learning.
My best advice is to know your end goal and then figure out how to get there. So many times people in their businesses are just blocking and tackling every day and putting out fires or responding to inquiries, but it's really important to take a step back and know what you're eventually trying to do and work backwards. And the second thing is with your teams, whether it's a small team or a huge team, figure out a way to make every single person feel like a business owner in whatever they're doing. So empower them to contribute to your goal, to feel like business owners and contribute to it the way you run your own businesses. Congrats again.
So advice, I'm going to take it back to culture, because I think culture is critical. You need to develop a strong culture so that, if you think about it, your employees actually want to come into work. That's a great way to retain your employees. So culture is key. The other piece of advice I would give is more from a strategic standpoint. Always think about your business and how can it evolve. Even if you think that you're running great and the growth is there, think about how you might be able to tweak it on the edges, right? So that you're always changing, you're always moving forward, you're always creating that growth. If you think about it, if you become complacent in the business, it'll become stale, and that's not what you want. So
I was asked to do this, I was excited, and then I said, well, what is it? And I was told you're going to sit around and give a bunch of black women advice. I was like, I don't know about that. I tried to get out of it, but here I am. And said, look, I'll be, explicit about Goldman specifically. I think that it is the best in the world at what it does. And I'm not saying that to brag. I have a very tiny piece. I am a tiny piece in that puzzle. But now that you guys have made the connectivity with the firm and you've learned what you've learned, you've also hopefully made connections with Jess and her team, with folks around the tables. Use those connections, use the connectivity you've gotten with the firm, because it is a special place. It can help you grow your businesses. So as you're, before you walk out of 200 West, think, what are the things I need to get out of this? How can I maximize my time here? And how can I maximize the relationships I've made post the program being over?
Thank you, Strad. We'll then go to
Now you better hurry up.
I know. Okay.
We gotta go.
Goldman Sachs knows we know a good investment when we see it. Mentioning I'm part of a Goldman Sachs program, it makes people's antennas stand up. They're like, oh.
Thank you for choosing Black in Business. We're excited to see where the future takes you all. The fact that each of you is here today means that you are ready and willing to take the risks to grow your businesses.
I now know that I'm in a position to change not only myself, but generations to come. I feel so free to walk into spaces and know I deserve to be there, and I'm gonna do something different, and I'm gonna show my daughter something different, and whew, yes.
Trust your gut. Your gut led you here, so something's going right. So trust your gut.
You're here because you deserve to be here.
You all are CEOs of your business.
Represent and own your place as a CEO.
Community is what you have here. Keep this community going.
Look out for each other. You've evolved. As leaders, you've built your network, and importantly, you've grown your business.
By the time you get to graduation, you're gonna build an empire that's unstoppable.
Yes.
President of the Goldman Sachs Foundation and chair of the Urban Investment Group.
Good morning. Good morning. Are you ready to graduate? We are so pumped. We are so excited to be here. Welcome to your Goldman Sachs 1 Million Black Women, Black in Business graduation.
I don't know how you ran a business while doing 100 hours of coursework, but you've pulled it off. And now we are here to celebrate. Brianna James Matthews.
Since you've been looking for your friend, the one you let hit it and never called you again.